What's a company's secret you can share now that you don't work there? Health insurance, dude. When you file a claim, it is often denied because they are counting on you not escalating it. Once you do, your case goes to a medical management group, which ought to be called the We Don't Wanna Pay group. Keep escalating and involve your doctor. Fight for the insurance you paid for. Mortgage industry here? Will I like cops? Only answer the question asked. Do not provide additional information to be helpful. It could screw you over. I worked at L'Oreal. The cosmetics from L'Oreal and Lancome are practically the same, but Lancome costs like $20 more. This isn't a company secret, but I worked part-time at a Domino's franchise in college. The owner was, at first glance, a short-tempered, critical penny pincher who did everything he could to save business money, right down to watching over your shoulder to make sure you didn't put too much cheese on a pizza. Cheese is called white gold in the pizza industry, even back in 2002, but after working for him for a while, you realized why he was so specific about the margins. Twice yearly, he would send out generous bonuses in the form of money orders made out to his employees from his own personal savings account to the college students working for him. The check's money orders contained the memo line, "Keep learning." The amount of the money orders would be directly correlated to the profit margins of the stores he owned. The dude did legit profit sharing. After I graduated, I heard a rumor that he was trying to start up a small education grant trust that would benefit applicants of the Farmer School of Business at Miami University, but I don't think anything ever came of it. This owner also played favorites when hiring. Every single one of his managers was a former employee. 3 of the 4 managers at his stores when I worked there had graduated from my college with business degrees. All 4 of them had a small portion of their education paid for by Marvin Covington. Marvin Covington, Oxford, Ohio Domino's owner from Vevey, Indiana, died in 2017. That dude knew how to do business and do it right. It would be a very sweet idea if you guys could band together to establish some sort of bursary for the school in his memory. Dude was clearly very passionate about education, and in this day and age, it's nigh impossible to find someone in management who actually cares about their staff enough to profit share. If the staff are largely business grades, surely some of them have managed to make enough money in their careers that this could be possible. It would be a great way to honor his memory. I used to work in college admissions. Rich donors, athletes and other VIPs have lower admission criteria. They still have minimums, but they're super easy to reach, even for a selective university. In the case of the university I worked for, Bayou, Children of General Church Authorities, also got this. I worked at a comic book store that offered a service where you paid a small premium to have sent in rare comics to have them graded at TJ. A few months later, we had many customers coming in to check the status of their comic. We contacted the owner to see what was going on, and he would always claim that there was some distribution problem. Fast forward a few months, we found out he was taking customers' graded copies and selling them online while trying to return back issue versions of their original comic. How did this dude think that comic collectors who were sending in comics to be graded wouldn't recognize they weren't receiving their original comic back? Lol. I'm sure a few newer to the hobby wouldn't be the wiser, but I worked for a major hotel chain in housekeeping for over 10 years. The number of suicides and people who die naturally in their rooms is a lot higher than you'd think. I worked at a huge convention hotel with over 1,000 rooms, and it happened quite often. Unless it was a pretty gnarly mess, it would just get cleaned like normal, and the next guest had no idea. At one of the hotels I worked at, a woman killed herself by drinking antifreeze. Her body was blue, blood, vomit, poop everywhere. My friend, who was maintenance, saw it, couldn't sleep that night. Working at hotels will change you. We've only had 1 death at the hotel I've worked at for 6 years. Folk had evacuated to the hotel on account of a hurricane, and an old man there with his wife had forgotten to bring his medicine from home, from what we were told later. It was very sad for everyone.